Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. I really do need to get a new stand. Holy moly. I've got like 4 or 5 different cameras set up. But I hope all is well with you and yours. Let's see. Tonight's question. Stocks and cryptos are taking it on the chin. What are you doing? The choices are writing it out as is, dropping in a little bit more, waiting for a bottom, other. Now you know the drill. You got to give me an explanation in the chat if you choose other. Just so much going on. Just like a ridiculous amount. Let's hit the news, right? Let's hit the news first. So this morning I told you that Ripple is planning on introducing smart contracts. That's huge. That's huge. So the reason why I say it's huge is because I had to let my daughters know that, like, screaming, and they're standing next to each other. It's huge because it's something that Ripple doesn't have. That XRPL, the XRP ledger, does not have that level of programmability. And they plan to roll it out in 2025. That's basically, around the corner. Not tomorrow, but around the corner. So what they're saying is that, hey, we're doing something. This is for everybody that took the class. We're doing something, or we're gonna do something, right? It's the official, we're gonna do something. Then next year you might get a little thing like, oh, we're getting close. Then you'll get, we did something. And then you'll get, look at what we did and how well we're doing. That's how that's going to play out. That's definitely how that's going to play out. Bank of Japan is definitely signaling that they're going to raise interest rates. And I'm like, ugh. If you look at Japan's economy, you'd understand why they're so backwards. You definitely understand that. Holy moly. There's noise in the background, and I apologize. Construction happens. Last minute type stuff. Just trying to let them know that's a lot of noise. So I just want to know how long. Bitcoin hash rate increases. We'll get back to Japan. There's a lot of stuff to cover there. Bitcoin hash rate increases and market volatility, but it does introduce security, right? Ethereum exchange reserves getting up there. Scary. But you're kind of like, that's okay. That's not actually a bad thing. There is a warning out. I should have led with this. There is a warning out from the FBI that the crypto spot ETFs could be under attack or could be targeted for attack, which basically means, yeah, you're going to be targeted for attack and they're going to come for you. That's basically how it is. Captain Banana, what's up? Oh, I told you guys that there were a couple of people that could not make the class. So there is another class that we opened up for September 15th. September 15th at 12 p.m. will be the next class. So register now, not you people. If you registered for the previous class and you were unable to make it, like people like Ty, Captain Banana, chill. I will send you that link as well. So just relax. You're fine. Do not double pay. Okay. Just don't. Just saying. I don't want you people to be thinking I'm like scrounging for money. No, do not double pay. I know who you are. I knew you couldn't make it. I know I didn't chastise Captain Banana because they let me know before that they weren't going to make it, and it was fine. But Ty, I chastised. I'll probably chastise him a little bit more. What else? What else happened? Pump.fun and Sun Pump, the two launch pads, different numbers, both doing like crazy well. So when I read articles that, oh, meme coins are going away, meme coins are taking a dive, and meme, blah, 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 I just sit there and I look at that and I just go, are you listening to yourself? Are you looking at what's going on out there in the marketplace? I don't think you are. Sensationalism, FUD, not fact. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody knows how I feel about meme coins. They serve zero purpose. That said, at least give facts. You know what I mean? Provide us with facts, not fiction. None of us are into that. It's not our thing, right? So be careful. Be wary of those kinds of ads that are delivering to you, FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Be wary of those. Be very wary. I think about that. When I was giving the class, just before I gave the class, and even now, I'm thinking about it really hard. And I'm like, wow, when I pour over the articles that are out there, it's so hard to find real information. Like I'm just so used to it. I can just rifle through it. But wow, holy moly. What do you mean good night? Cabal Capital, you just got here. Are you saying good night because good night you're here? Or are you saying good night because you're leaving? You're exiting the building, stage left. Like, you just got here. Can't leave yet. What you think this is? It's not voluntary. You got to stay. The FOMC potential rate hike, we all think that can happen. Not all, but a lot of us think it's going to happen. A lot of us think it's like a guarantee. The only thing that's not guaranteed, in my opinion, is whether it's going to be 25 basis points or 50 basis points. But you should be thinking about how that's going to affect your bag. That's the whole point of it. Think about that. Nvidia and the other chip stocks tanked. Everything tanked today. And you felt that in the crypto markets. You actually felt it. I wonder if we've been bouncing back and forth between the good and the bad. It's been decently ugly. But I mean, Bitcoin is right now at 57,712. Bitcoin's been taking it on the chin and just being really resilient. And that actually tells me a lot. It tells me a lot about the market. Again, it tells me that there is a compression going on and there might still be a little bit more give to the bottom, right? But most of that pressure is coming in from the top. And eventually that stored energy is going to just explode. I'm just watching the numbers. I'm watching everything that's going on, reading the news. And it just seems to me like it's a really tight space. There's going to be explosion. And if the bottom is stronger than the top, the explosion is going to go up. Just saying. Now, that also says that doesn't mean that September was not, the worst month for Bitcoin, right? 9 times out of 10, it's a bad month for Bitcoin. However, like I keep telling people, this is not quite the same bull run. This is drastically different. So we'll have to pay attention to that. Matter Labs, the makers of ZK Sync, 126 employees. Now they're down to 102. They've laid off 24 people. Unfortunate for them, but it also makes me wonder what's going on over at ZK Sync that, they had to lay off those people. Just what's going on there. Or what's going on at Matter Labs, that they had to lay off those 24 people. Because 100 some odd people, 126 people is really not a lot. It's not a lot of people. The only good thing is that, it's not Christmas time. There's still an opportunity for those people to go out and get another job. Hopefully they took care of those people on the way out. But it's something I'm paying attention to because they're the makers of ZK Sync. So interesting to me. Riot Platforms is not playing games with Bitfarms. Not playing games. Hostile takeover like no other. Like a publicly hostile takeover. We're going to buy your stock. We're going to vote. We're going to call special meetings. We're going to crash your board. Yeah, Riot Platforms is not. I want to know. In something like this, there's always some kind of a backstory, and I'm really wondering what the backstory is. We are responsible for 1% of all ZK Sync transactions at one point and met everyone involved in person. There's a big story to be told, but not now. I would like the exclusive on that. I would love the exclusive on that. Yeah, Riot's not playing games. Like, damn. I mean, think about it. If I can buy another player in this space, I can keep my business the way it is, keep my core business the way it is, and flip that new purchase to be all AI. And then I have 2 revenue streams that could completely blow up. Wow. That's no joke. But Cabal Capital, I'm serious. We should have a conversation about that. We should have a little conversation. Get you over here on GMB. Just saying. What else is going on? FBI, I told you about that. You know, it's the North Korean hackers that they're specifically saying are trying to go after spot ETFs. We should be paying serious attention to that. The thing that really catches my attention is still Discord servers. Because every time I turn around, there's something going on with a Discord server. I mean, we just had, 3 major players in this space have their Discord servers hacked. And so I'm just keying in on all the things that are going on in that, nefarious space, right? I would love to see you do interviews. I think your questions would be fascinating. Thank you, by the way. Thank you very much. I have been thinking about getting into interviews, but I think I need to be bigger for people to be willing to be interviewed by me. Because the whole point of getting an interview, it's you have to chase those people down. You have to have, something of substance. I think my show is pretty clean. We deliver facts. We have a good community. We've got a really big ecosystem. I mean, all right, so look at it like this. We've obviously got the shows on YouTube, right? And then we have growmybag.tv itself. In a hot minute, we're going to have online TV where you'll be able to go to the website and just watch whatever show that you wanted to watch. And not just like an embedded video, it'll be like watching Pluto TV on the internet. And then we plan on doing, we plan on being on, Roku and other OTT devices. So there's a lot that we have planned, a lot, but that needs to grow. And I think as we continue growing, I think more people would be like, hey, I'd like to be interviewed by you. Or, hey, I'm willing to be interviewed by you, right? Sometimes you get lucky and you have somebody that says, I want to be interviewed by you, even though you're small, but because I'll be interviewing with you, you might blow up. See what I mean? So it's a little bit of luck and a lot of work. So we'll see what happens. I would love to do interviews. Love to. I know Mark Cuban did one with this group. I'm trying to YSL, or not YSL. It's EYL. My bad. Earn Your Leisure. He did something with them, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And they weren't all that big at the time. They were not all that big. They had a nice following, but they weren't really all that big. Interviews like that, now they're just huge. They're huge. No, I don't watch the show. I don't watch the show at all. I have a preference in shows that I watch, and it's people like me that are in the trenches, that are like doing the work, getting it done, not listening to somebody that's really, really big who did it their way, and I'm listening to how they made their money 50 bazillion years ago. It's not how I'm rolling. I want to talk about how we're making our money today, right? How we're teaching our offspring today. That's what I want to learn about. No doubt it's a lot of work. However, I think you just need a good, yeah. I mean, it'll come. So I try not to think about things that I can't have right now. I think about the path to get there, and I just keep working the path. Like, we have a roadmap. We know what we're doing. So we just keep on going. We just keep it trucking, and, one step at a time. One step at a time, we'll get there. I mean, I think with what we have, it's very unique. We cover the news, we cover, different ideas, thoughts, concepts. We listen to each other's ideas. We investigate each other's stuff, and we offer in our own insights and takes on things. I mean, that's a pretty good mix. Where I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm learning and sharing what I'm learning with you. That's how I look at it. So I think in that way we're pretty unique. There's nothing fake about me. Not even fake teeth. Right there, that's a chipped tooth. Never had it fixed. So yeah, I got a long way to go before I start getting the dentures and stuff. Thank God. Oh my gosh. Let me see how many people have answered. So we have 7 votes so far. Riding it as is at the moment, 29% or 29%. Dipping in just a little bit more, 43%. Waiting for the bottom, 14%. And other, 14%. I don't see any others up in here, so I better start seeing some others in the chat. What's the other? No, I don't want to preach. I don't want to preach. I'm definitely not a preacher. But yeah, I preach to do I preach to my kids? I don't really preach to my kids. I try to teach them what they need to know, and they can take it or leave it. And of course, Daddy has big hands, so you better take it. just saying. But yeah, there's been a lot of news. There's been a lot of news. And when I sit back and I look at everything, was I expecting everything to shoot up, after the upgrades? Not really. But they were positive news. It was all positive news. So I'm sitting back and I'm just going, all right, so what's the next leg for all those upgrades? Well, Polygon's got to, port everybody over from Matic to Pole. Okay, that's going to be a process and it'll take some time. What's the next one? Chang, the Chang upgrade. We're now in, what's it called? The Voltaire era. That's great. Hoskinson to take a step back. Slowly but surely, he'll be taking a step back. And then we need to start seeing builders on Cardano. When we start seeing builders on Cardano, that's when it's going to take off. By the way, I do have a question for everybody. How's my sound? Is the volume up now? Sometimes I grab my microphone, and how I grab my microphone has been turning the volume down. Yeah, I've been turning the levels down. So yeah, that's on me. Sorry about that. So how's my sound? Let me know. XRP becoming a smart contract compatible is very interesting. It's been a long time coming. So I want to see how that implementation works out. We'll see it in 2025. And again, it's another one of those. Thank you, Rick Ritchie. It's another one of those. We've got to wait and see how many builders come. It's all about the builders. Thank you, Cabal. It's all about the builders. What they're building, how they're building, and then the community around them. Because remember, the platform that you're building on, and depending on what you're doing, that platform gains your community. And then that community joins and you're on there. And then this community joins and it starts to grow. You know what I mean? Thank you. Is that for my volume? Because my volume sucked. No, but it took somebody like being mean to me today. And he wasn't really being mean. It was kind of like, dude, fix your ish. I listen to you every day. Your volume's low. Go fix it. But I never knew the volume was low. That's what's funny. I never knew the volume because nobody said anything. Nobody was like, oh, your volume's low. Nobody said jack. So I didn't know. And then today I got back from a client's office and I was like, all right, let me go test this volume. And I was like, ooh, volume was mad low. Like it was totally on the wrong side, right? And I didn't realize that I had been moving everything. I wish that they were clicks on this microphone and not just a smooth turn. Clicks would help a lot, but whatever. We're there. I guess, for the precision, whatever. It's all good. But now it's better. You get to hear my voice like in 3D. Boom. So looking at my portfolios, I'm just sitting back and I'm like, because obviously I have two portfolios. One is for holding. One is for trading. And then between those two portfolios, I have many wallets, depending on what I'm trying to buy, what I'm trying to sell. Again, know your entrance, know your exit. And preferably, know your entrances and know your exits. And I know it sounds nuts, but the reason why I say that is because you need to know how quickly you can obtain something and how quickly you can get rid of it. And depending on which avenue, what kind of fees you make. Now you know why I keep saying, sometimes I'm playing that, that Forex thing where if I buy it over here, it's going to be cheaper and then I can send it to myself. And even with those fees, I can make money off of that arbitrage. Boom. Know your entrances, know your exits. Sort of like when you walk into a movie theater. You can exit over. Well, I'm doing it like it's a plane, but it's the same thing in a movie theater. Know your exits. Know your entry points. And it sounds ridiculous, but like right now, I'm eyeballing Toncoin, who got flipped by Tron. Thank you very much. Just saying. So Toncoin is taking it on the chin because now South Korea is investigating Telegram. Ton takes it on the chin because Telegram, whatever. Because Telegram is being investigated for possible, saying that the platform was used for child trafficking or imagery and that kind of stuff. And I'm just sitting back and I'm going, okay, so you're going to blame the platform? That doesn't make sense, but whatever. Okay. All right. How are they supposed to stop that? It's a private platform. It's like the communications are private. I just don't. Sometimes I look at people and I just go, do you really understand how it works? Sometimes I don't think you know how it works. We should give you a class on how things work. We should do that. We should definitely do that. But they're taking it on the chin. It's at $4.92 right now. Do I think it's going to go up? Between me and you? Yeah, I do think it's going to go back up. So $4.92, I'm kind of sitting back and going, all right, so I know I have three solid ways of getting that. $4.92. Damn. Yeah, so when I bought the last time, I'm taking a hit. Because I didn't know this news was going to come out. So this is an example of how a macro event, in this case, a macro event to a specific coin, kind of a micro event. If you're looking at the COSM that we're looking at, it's a micro event because it's specific to this coin. How that hit and it's hurting. If you're looking at a macro event, it's a part of that news that's having an adverse effect on the market as a whole. Then, of course, you have the impact of, the NASDAQ being down, S&P being down. So everything's taking a hit right now. But even with that, I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, and it's been at 492 for a minute. It's been in that space for a little bit of a minute. So that's very interesting to me. But still, that's a place where I can make money. Do I think from 492, hear me out, from $4.92, it would have to move 49 cents for me to get that 10% rise. Right? 49 cents, so call it 50 cents. So $5.40. Can it get back there? I think so. And pretty soon, so the news hits today, it will die down, it'll wear off and blah, 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 blah. So now we have future news from that and future news from the CEO's arrest. The CEO's arrested, I think, is going to go away. I mean, not go away quietly, but I think it's going to go away. It's honestly how I feel about it. Let me see. Siri doesn't hate you. She's just jealous. Let's see. 9 votes, 22, 66, 11, 11. Wow. I'm sorry. 22, 56, 11, 11 are the poll numbers right now at a 9 votes. Me, I'm just chilling for a minute. The only thing that I see right now that I possibly want to get into, actually, you know what? Let's see. Let me bring you along for the ride. All right. Let's go to the losers. So BitTensor's down. That's a nice GMB X factor. Aave's down. Nice GMB X factor. Did you know that Aave and MakerDAO are trying to talk about getting together for a DeFi thing? Partnering for DeFi. Do you have any idea how big that would be? Like, seriously, that would be like dumbfoundingly huge. Doge is down like a lot. That's interesting. But still, 10 cents. You know what I mean? Like, so when I look at Doge, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to be upset about that. Pendle, we were talking about Pendle a while ago, 9%. But this is what I'm looking at right here. This is what's giving me focus on what I could be looking at, how much money I could be making. That's what I'm focused on. So for all you people that were wondering, like, so Eddie, how do you determine what it is that you're going to be looking at? I'm looking at the potential of Toncoin, but now Toncoin is down so far. I mean, it was what, $8.15 or something like that. $8.15, $8.21, down from their all-time high. And I'm sitting here and I'm going at 492. Do I think it can do it again? How's that for nuts? So yeah, there are things that I'm paying attention to that most people are not paying attention to, but that's how I get to those numbers. That's honestly how I get to those numbers, is I'm looking at how it all plays together. But for a freaking Tuesday after a holiday, we've had a ton of news all day. NVIDIA and the rest of the chip manufacturers getting pounded. NVIDIA got a subpoena from the DOJ because of antitrust issues. So the last time I looked, it was like at 108 or something like that. NVIDIA could wind up being sub 100. Imagine. And that's not going to go away anytime soon. So how does that actually, get there? I don't mind if my notes show. Thank you for letting me know, though. I'm really not worried about my notes showing. And the only reason why, thank you for letting me know. Seriously, thank you for letting me know. The only reason why I'm not worried about my notes showing, because you guys know I take notes. You guys know I this is what I do. At least you know I'm not lying to you. You actually know. So when somebody signs up for the class, they'll be sitting there and be going, I'm learning from a guy who takes notes like that. You know what I mean? I listen to other people and they're literally just, showing, they're literally just showing you different articles and stuff like that and talking about the article. Like, nah, before I even turn on the camera, I've already done a ton of research. I've already formulated opinions. That's what's up. That's what I mean by, that's one of the things that I mean that, what I do with this channel, with this community, and what we are all building is totally different than what's being built on other channels. I think it's completely different. Completely. I mean, the level of transparency, the level of, frustration, right? The level of patience, loyalty that we have for one another, that's huge. I mean, that's really, really huge. Like, I might be the host of the shows, but I'm not the focal point. The community is the focal point. That's mad cool. To me, that's mad cool. Oh, we have jobs numbers coming out this week. We have jobs number coming out every week, but that's going to help us figure it all out. Rick Ritchie, your notes are showing. Oh, that's when you know what? That I thought Captain Banana had said my notes were showing, and it was Rick Ritchie that said my notes were showing. Thank you. Thank you for being human and taking notes. You're welcome. Yeah, it's the only way I can exist. I take notes on everything. If you knew the number of notebooks and paper that I have, so like if I print something and I know I'm not going to use it anymore, I'll flip it over and use the back of, I'll create a stack of that and use the back of that for scratch sheet. Wholeheartedly agree. GMB TV is a special place. Dude, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm trying to build a place where we honestly all learn together. We honestly get it. So many people just don't get it. They just keep speaking at their audience, and every now and then they'll do a Q&A session. Like, nah. Because I have so many people in this community that, I've got D-Mac, who's a big time freaking XRP person. So I wish he was on right now because we'd be chatting it up about XRP right now. I've got Hutanic, who's a big time, Cardano guy. And so now I'm giving you examples about people who know more about specific areas than I do. You only get smarter if you're learning from people that know more about something. This is my way of trying to surround myself by people that are smarter than I am, so I can learn. With Coinbase free trades, I'm buying Cardano in $10 to $100 buys on the way down. Yeah, not mad about that. Smart move. What is, I didn't even look at Cardano. I didn't even look to see how much it is. Let's refresh that. 31 cents. Damn. Do I want to buy Cardano at 31 cents, or do I want to buy, so what I would do is there's a tool out there. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Give me a moment. There you go. Cryptocurrency compares. Let me switch screens. Boop. And we could say ton token. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, no, wait. We're looking for ton coin versus ADA. Cardano. Compare. Ooh. That's interesting. The runner-up is ton coin. Winner is Cardano. Over certain periods of time. So in one day, yeah, but we're not looking at one day. So the past 6 months, what's it been looking like? 6 months, the winner is ton coin. 1 year, I would think the winner is ton coin. Yeah, 1 month. Oh, in 1 month, Cardano's done better. That actually makes sense. And the reason why it makes sense is because, well, we've had, negative information about Toncoin. But that's actually, I wanted to show you the tool. That's actually not, the comparison for me. That's not it. Right? I wouldn't compare, things that I already have slots for. They earn those slots. I'm keeping them. I'm going to compare Cardano to, let's say, Engine or something like that. I'd be comparing it to something that doesn't have a slot. Should I buy this? Should I buy more of this? Or should I buy that? The only reason why I would ever compare Toncoin to Cardano is because I have a limited amount of money and I want to decide which one I'm going to buy more of. The first thing I would do in terms of my wallet, whichever one I'm looking at that portfolio, what's the weight of either one? What percentage of my portfolio do they represent? And then I ask myself, well, do I want to increase this percentage or increase this percentage? That's an easier question. That's a much easier question. Thank you, Cabal. That is a cool tool. That is a very cool tool. And I use it from time to time. And I think other people should use it as well. I should add that to the list of tools. I'm not worried because we know what's... Yeah. A black man is the only thing in our way. What? A black swan. Ah! I read that as black man. That's why I was like, what? A black swan event. I'm trying to think of what would be a black swan event for Cardano. I know that sounds crazy to be thinking about that, but what would be a black swan? Like, what would be a black swan event for Cardano? What would be it? We have examples for Toncoin, right? CEO got arrested, being investigated by South Korea. Those are black swan events. Okay, cool. Got it. What would be the equivalent for Cardano? Resilience, security, scalability, now programmability. What would be the black swan? Somebody went to build and they brought down the whole network. Like, I think that black swan event would have to be something even more egregious, right? Like, it would have to be like insane. And think about the team that built it. That team is no joke. They do not make a move unless they are 1 billion% sure. So what would be a black swan event? Right? Like, I almost think that the black swan event for Cardano would actually be a black swan event for crypto. That's it. Oh, and where's Patient One? We already have regional wars. We already have that. What are you talking about? Things just heated up again between Hamas and Israel. We already have that. We have the Houthi rebels hitting tankers in the Red Sea. One of them was actually Saudi Arabia. That's going to be a problem for them. That's going to be a big problem for them. So, again, I don't think it's going to be coin specific. I don't think the black swan event that hits Cardano would be coin specific. I think it would be industry specific. I think it would have to be that big. And so then you'd be talking about, well, it's the whole market, in which case you're not going to lose faith in Cardano. You could possibly question yourself when it comes to the whole industry, but you're not going to question Cardano itself. See what I mean? I mean, right now, the reason that one of the reasons why I would buy Toncoin is because you should be seeing exactly what I see. There's no news directly tied to Toncoin. Like, how hard is this? There's no news directly tied to Toncoin. So what are you talking about? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, why are you people panicking? So eventually that's going to be, unaffected, or it's going to bounce back. Like, it shouldn't be a hard deal. But because you've got lettuce hands, I'm thinking about buying that. Cardano to me is a safe bet. Toncoin to me is like huge potential. Huge potential, I think, for Toncoin. And, Hutanik, you're probably going to smack me in the back of the head, but there's a little bit where I actually think about Toncoin could have more potential than Cardano. It's possible. We will not know before you say anything, sir. We will not know until we see all of the builders on Cardano. That's when we'll know. But right now, tap to earn, tap to play on freaking Toncoin, blowing up. So sooner or later, people are going to be like, oh, that's for Telegram. That's not Toncoin. That's Telegram. What do we care? Let's go. So the reason I buy ADA is there is nothing compared to dividend income and compounding interest. I can understand you buying Cardano for those reasons. But I would also say to myself, I can see why I would buy other things. Right? Because my potential buying other things, my payday might be bigger with those other things. That's one of those things. That's one of the things that you can help help yourself identify using that comparison tool. So yeah, I think about that. I think about that in a big way, in a very big way. Anyway, I need to go eat dinner. I don't have a lot of questions tonight. Meaning I personally don't have a lot of questions tonight. And I'm hungry. It's something smelling really, really good in the kitchen. I've been wanting it for a while and I need to go have it. And I'm still waiting for a patient one to show up. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the likes, definitely hit the likes, as well as become a member because things are afoot that are changing. Don't forget to sign up for class if you have not done so already. We're having the next class September 15th at 12 p.m. September 15th at 12 p.m. And it's a really good class if I do say so myself. And you can even ask Crypto Sticko and Joaquin. They're not here right now. Actually, Crypto Sticko might just be listening. But you can ask them. People like it. I just call them out because they're usually chatting here anyway. Anyway, everybody have a great night and thank you so much for spending your time with me. I greatly appreciate it. Bye-bye.